This one.
Thanks for joining the line. Your follow will be.
Alright, y'all, we starting out with the standard 12 gauge, 7 round liner. It's a nice size, gonna give it some nice bow outline. Nice bow outlines. Preserve your stencil. Just give it a tap. See that line come down. Lift up. Tap, preserve that stencil. On each needle, they got it to where if it's an 8 gauge, 10 gauge, or 12 gauge. Some of them even go bigger than that. And if you look at the numbers on the box, it'll say 1007 RL. So that's like a 10 gauge, round 7 round liner.
You know you ain't lying.
Yeah, I totally understand, Justin. Everybody don't have the issue. But I just tell people it's always better to be safe than sorry, especially something like this. Better be safe than sorry. And also, I got in the habit of doing that because wiping also bring more pain to the clients. Like if you got a toe tattoo, it's already sore, and you wiping it, it's gonna be even worse. So that's why I just prefer to dab now, even if it's not worrying about wiping nothing off. I said, how you can't see that? You looking down. I'm like, yep, everybody don't have that problem. We're gonna go back to the top, make our way back down. Got that skin stretching. You like that 3-point stretch? 2 fingers. And that one hand will press against the neck. Sometimes you don't really gotta worry about stretching the skin too much. You just learn to adjust to the skin and how that ink going in. If it's not going in, maybe you need to stretch a little bit more.
Thanks for joining the line. Your follow will be appreciated.
Alright, going over to the side. Same approach. Yeah, I say it don't hurt that bad.
Yeah, fake tattoos don't hurt that bad. I think that they don't hurt.
Okay, see what hurt fine. Do something.
Yeah,
It's a needle.
I'm really like, I'm gonna get that picture.
Now I do more of a quick swipe in this inside. I don't try to get it as bold in the inside because we definitely got to come back and shade it. Yep, so coming down that inside, more like a 1-pass line. So it's just coming over, making sure it's like solid. But we still got to come back and shade it anyway. So I'm not really too worried about this being super bold. Give that 1 pass. Then hit the circle on the right side. Then we're gonna come back down and hit that shading.
So you shading and trace on the same one.
Yeah, I'm gonna shade it to the same one. And that's what made me decide to use a 12 gauge versus a 10 gauge. Because the 12 gauge is more spread out needles, bigger diameter. So they're gonna cover more space versus that 10 gauge is gonna be tighter. Even though it could have did the same thing, but I wouldn't have got as bold of a line as I'm getting now. So that's why I say 12 gauge as well.
It depends on the customer. Really too much pain, and he'll numb it before I even tattoo.
And outlining this. Now we in the inside, so that one pass line. Yeah. We turn the machine down from 7 to 6. We about to do the shading with the 12 gauge 7 round line as well. And some of the swiping motion. And I'll turn it down to 6 so it don't build up as fast. Back and forth. Like a little whip shading method. You can also cross hatch that as well. Closer to that line. Make sure it pop out. Little more shade, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting with a little whip shade, but we still using pure black. So you get to those corners, we could just bolden it up. So I say we ain't have to worry about no super hard line. Dab it down. Good. Good, bro.
Okay. I think the bag was like,
Oh, we got the tones in there now. Taking that same approach to the side, to the rest of the cross. Same way how we shaded that bottom, we're gonna take that same approach. A little whip shade method. Since we ain't got much space on these, we just a little thin shade back and forth. But make sure we leave them skin breaks by our highlight. We're just tightening up some of the outlines. See this line on this outside is a little bit thin. Going back, tightening up. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of tidy up. Make sure it's straight. Back down to 6 volts. Now, as you get comfortable and stuff with tattooing, you'll know like when to change your voltage and when not to. Because sometimes you can just move your hand faster. The fact that I wanted to do the shading, I slowed the machine down so I get that whip shading. Instead of having to chop it with it being sped up. Not saying either way is wrong or right. Because both ways can be done for sure. That's what it's all about, finding what works for you. Finish off the top of this line. Let's get back to our 7 volts. Back to the 7 volts. We're going to do the same thing we did for the rest of it.
From my head to my toes.
No, don't forget that pinky. Brace that pinky. The last neck tattoo, I definitely needed that because it was so small, 1 round liner. Definitely was tough. Going tightening some things up right now, then we're gonna be done. So let's tighty whitey. That's another little shoulder.
never gonna get.
Right, all done.
See, man, This? Or it's not even. Man, this is cute.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it right here. She said she
Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. All done.
They got some there.
No. Shit, huh?
But when it's over, oh, but shit. Well, you paying for your own shit. Like, but I can't. I ain't know. I'm broke. We're gonna be ready for watching this shit up. I was dying. That's making me so
Check it out. Wrap it up.
Okay.
I don't know why my skin gets so red.
It get red.
And yours don't.
It's like gonna fight anything else.
That is nothing what you mean. Like,
But you
you white and you black.
you scratching.
I'm not scratching nothing. I'm black.
What are you talking about?
Scratching what?
I'm talking about you, but it's yourself. You just do it too rough.
What? When I scrub myself?
Yes. Like
Yeah,
I do it
clean.
too, but I don't do that right.
Not to clean.
When you scratch yourself, it's heavy.
I don't feel clean. If I just do it like this.
I don't think nobody feels clean. She just doing it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Be honest.
The fact that that song played it.
Whatever.
61 and what? 6180?
Yeah. Yo, application. Yeah. Oh, damn.